0.
Good afternoon, grade 11s, and welcome to the LO lesson. My name is Puleng Litika, and I am your teacher for LO for the duration of the lockdown. On the slide right now is my email, litikapuleng@yahoo.com. You're welcome to email me here, and we can speak about anything with regards to LO as a subject and everything that we do here on the online lesson. You can ask me anything that you want to know, or if you want me to clarify anything or need any help, I will be there for you. So you can email me. It's litikapuleng in small letters, which is my surname and my name, and then @yahoo.com. Climate change. We've been dealing with the environment for the week. So today we're going to finish off chapter 9, unit 3, participation in a community service that address. And then what we're going to do is that we are also going to be covering
Teacher, just check your sound for me, please.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes.
All right. So today we will be covering chapter 9, unit 3, the small section, and then we're going to start with chapter 10, unit 1, which is on development of the self in society and healthy and a balanced lifestyle choices. So, on to our lesson for today. What I expect you to know at the end of the lesson is that you must know how environmental issues harm certain sectors of society more than others, and you must know what the characteristics of a healthy and balanced lifestyle are, and then you must know how to keep balance through having healthy lifestyle choices. So those are things that you need to know by the end of the lesson. So we can start today with how environmental issues harm certain sectors of society more than others. The first bullet point: environmental issues affect some more than others. Example, poor farming communities and poor people that live close to big cities. So how environmental issues affect poor farming communities is that those are the people that depend on agriculture for a living. So those are the people that will do farming for themselves. They'll plant food for themselves, or they'll plant a small amount of food that they can sell in the marketplace in exchange for money. So they're not large-scale farmers that make a lot of money, but they just make enough money for them to be able to live and their family members to have enough food. So when the environment changes and when there's climate change, then they aren't able to turn over enough crops like they used to do. So their production is lower, so they aren't able to have enough food for themselves, and they aren't able to make money, those that go and sell at the marketplace. So in order for us to curb and make sure that they are able to have food, then it means we need to find interventions for climate change. So how it affects poor people that live close to big cities is that poor people who live close to big cities live without basic services. So what they do is that they burn wood and oil for electricity, causing pollution. So the people that live close to cities are the people who are in the low income status. So what they do is they don't get enough money and they are off the grid even though they're in the city. They don't have basic services like electricity and running water. So what happens is they will burn oils and coal and whatever they can find to be able to make electricity from, and the emissions that come off from the oils and the coals contribute towards pollution, and also it's a health hazard for them because they depend on streams and just drinking water that is unclean. So basically environmental issues do affect some people more than others. So people who are wealthy or who are doing well will feel less of a pinch when it comes to environmental issues. Maybe it will affect them if they are in business and their businesses depend on the climate. Like if you're a large scale farmer and you're dealing with big corporates or supplying big companies with food and big distribution companies with products, then it will affect you, but it affects more people that are poor than it affects the people who are doing well. So you can participate in a community service that helps to overcome environmental issues such as protecting water resources. So these are ways that you can participate so that you can help to curb climate change, help to improve matters with regards to how climate change affects people. So these are the kinds of organizations that you could join. Water resources. For example, a water resource organization are those organizations that you see going from one home to another, where they are teaching people how to report leaking taps, that you shouldn't allow your tap to leak because it will waste liters of water. They also go to schools, teach children about sanitation, how long you should wash your hands, that you shouldn't leave the water running, and basically they also teach you that you shouldn't waste water, how that you should like save water, how you should shower, how you should water your garden. They will discourage you from using a hose, maybe that you should use a bucket and maybe water once or twice a week instead of every day. So there are organizations like that that you'll probably know that help people with knowledge and educating them on what to do and what to do in order for us to create a better environment for us. So promoting humane farming. So that is also an example. So there are people who go around helping businessmen. Yes, not only farmers, but other businessmen. So basically teaching farmers that they should not use insecticides and that they should use maybe plant-based manure and that they shouldn't use chemicals on their food and chemicals in the ground, and how they should plant their food in order for there not to be soil erosion. So there are organizations that will go around teaching farmers, small-scale farmers and big-scale farmers what to do. And then stopping with land pollution, there are people who will go around telling people that they shouldn't go around throwing rubbish maybe or dumping their rubbish in the corners, and they will teach them how to recycle, teach them the importance of recycling, that you should have bins at the back of your yard and throw away bottles in a certain bin, cupboards in cardboard in a certain bin, and then glass or plastic in another bin, and then you can go and recycle. So there are organizations like that that you can join so that you can make a change and contribute positively. Then planting trees, there are organizations that will encourage people to plant trees. Some of these organizations work with the government. So they'll work with NGOs and NPOs. So they'll tell you to plant trees and maybe come and plant a tree in your front yard or in your community. This is so that, you know what, trees anchor the soil and the soil won't be flushed away or won't be sifted away when it's raining, because you know the climate has changed and there's more rainy season. Some places are more windier, so the soil might get eroded. And then trees in general provide us with oxygen. We said in the last lesson that we breathe in oxygen and we take out carbon dioxide. We breathe out carbon dioxide, but then trees take in carbon dioxide and then they give us oxygen. So planting more trees also helps with releasing a good greenhouse effect, a good greenhouse gas, which is oxygen, and we're most likely to survive having oxygen. So we're still on chapter 10, unit 1, healthy and balanced lifestyle choices. So this chapter is to teach you how to live healthily and that you must have a balanced lifestyle, because that will improve you as a person. It will make you whole. You are most likely to be a better person in society and in life in general when you live healthily and when you have a balanced lifestyle. So a healthy lifestyle choice is a way of living that reduces your risk of becoming critically ill or dying early. So not all diseases are preventable, but many deaths, such as those from strokes, heart attacks, and certain cancers, can be avoided. So you can avoid being ill or can avoid being sick or catching diseases when you live a healthy lifestyle. So this has to do with your food choices, your exercising. So choosing to eat a healthy meal, a well-balanced diet will help you with being healthy, and also jogging, walking, and exercising. When you keep on moving and not always still, then you'll be a healthier person. So scientific investigations into the cause of preventable diseases and deaths have identified certain types of behavior that contribute to the development of ill health. So there are behaviors that we have as humans and that we have developed over years that do contribute to ill health. So behaviors like sitting on the couch and not doing anything, behaviors like eating fast food and not eating healthy food. So maybe instead of eating healthy food, we always go out to the restaurant and eat, whereas you can take that money that you're eating at expensive restaurants with and go to a nearby grocery store or fruit and vegetable market, buy healthy fruits and vegetables, and then cook at home and eat. That means you will be having a healthier meal. So you might not be out, but having a healthy meal means that you will be around in the next few years, unlike sacrificing and having to go and eat an unhealthy meal only for you to fall ill. So another thing is exercising. Sitting and watching TV the whole day and just eating whilst you're at it is another unhealthy habit that we have added in the past few years. We all watch paid TV or cable or wired TV, so over on the internet. So just going out and jogging or taking a walk instead of just sitting at home and eating and sitting on the couch would be much healthier. So we need to keep moving, we need to keep exercising in order for us to stay healthy. So with this slide, we're looking at characteristics of a healthy and a balanced lifestyle. Living a healthy lifestyle involves achieving a balance in the different facets of your life. These include your physical, psychological, social, emotional, and spiritual needs. When you neglect any one of these facets, your life becomes unbalanced. So we're going to look at these characteristics as bullet points, and then we're going to go into them and we're going to be able to get more information. So the first characteristic is physical health. You need to be physically active in order to keep your joints and muscles moving. This makes you healthy. So exercise, walking, just keep moving, doing sports, involving yourself in games that require you to move, maybe indigenous games, whether you're skipping or you're playing your local games, whatever you might be doing, just keeping on moving makes you healthy. Living an inactive lifestyle causes diseases like coronary heart disease, strokes, and high blood pressure. Other negative effects of being unfit is having less energy, having breathing problems, sore and stiff joints, poor posture, being overweight. Healthy eating norms. Healthy eating forms a vital part of being physically healthy. So you can avoid diseases like sugar diabetes if you eat less sugar, or if you have a balanced diet that doesn't include your bad sugars, or you can avoid high blood pressure by simply eating less salt and making sure that your food is well balanced. So you can avoid chronic illnesses when you take care of yourself. So physical health is an important aspect with regards to living a balanced life. And then psychological health. Psychological health is developed by taking part in activities which give you confidence and build your self-esteem. When you're psychologically healthy, you're able to function properly in your daily activities. You should also be able to adjust to changes as they occur throughout your life. Being able to have fun with friends and being accepted by others is an important social aspect of life. You should be able to develop and maintain healthy relationships and be independent at the same time. So psychological health is important. So how you can keep psychologically healthy is to keep good, positive people around you, building healthy relationships with your friends and with your family. So the people that give you good energy, those are the people that you should keep around you. And then everyone that contributes negatively, someone who's constantly stealing your energy, being negative, speaking negatively, and just saying negative things, pessimists, those are people that you should stay away from. And then doing things that you enjoy and things that you're good at. So if you're good at sports, you'll go take part in sports. If you're good with games like chess or Scrabble, you'll take part in them. If you're good with drama, then you can go and act. And if you're good with music, you'll go and sing or play a piano. So doing things that you love and following your interests, if they're positive, you can do that. Watching motivational videos, listening to positive and motivational podcasts, just constantly surrounding yourself with positivity does help with contributing positively towards your psychological health. Another thing is when you're feeling down or when you don't understand how you're feeling, maybe you're feeling a bit too stressed or depressed, or you keep on worrying or you're panicking, it's always best to speak to someone that you know, someone close to you, and maybe you can go speak to a psychologist or a counselor. Maybe there is a psychologist at school. If there isn't one, you can speak to your parents so that you can go and see one. They're also available at our local clinics and our public clinics. So do make sure that you speak to a professional if you feel like you aren't able to handle the situation that you're going through. You can see a professional and seek professional advice with regards to even studying. As a learner, there are psychologists that are trained in the area of children and learning, educational psychologists. They are there to help you with your learning experiences and your learning difficulties, and they will help you to go through. They'll also look at your home, the environment you come from, and they will help you deal with family problems if you have them. So basically, taking care of your psychological health is important, and it can help you to live a balanced life. So emotional health is also important. A person's emotional well-being affects your ability to meet the demands of everyday life. Stress has a negative impact on your psychological health. Forming positive relationships can help to contribute towards emotional well-being. You will be able to get support when you face problems. So emotional health is important because the way you feel, your emotions really affect your day. So if you're feeling sad, you will have a sad day, and your emotions do affect how you do things. So if you're angry, you might make irrational decisions at that point in time. And if you're feeling stressed, you might not be able to deal with things in a way that you were going to deal with them when you weren't stressed. So it does put a strain on your everyday activities too. So you carry your mood through, and it reflects in your work, your schoolwork. It reflects in your relationships, and it does show up everywhere. So do take care of your emotional health also by speaking to professionals. Speaking to your parents is also good, letting them know how you feel, or someone that you trust, whether it's your uncle. Some people look to their pastors or spiritual leaders, whoever your spiritual leader might be, maybe an imam or your monk or your father if you're at maybe a Roman Catholic church. So whoever your spiritual leader is, or your psychologist is, or a person that you feel that you can trust, you can speak to them, and you can make sure that your emotional health is good. And then spiritual health, your values influence the choices you make, and your values also influence your actions. So whatever you believe is going to affect the way you look at life, is going to affect what you do or what you don't do. So you need to hold good values, and you need to hold good norms. So maybe your values and your norms would be based on principles like respect, like commitment, maybe reciprocation, which is when someone does something good for you, you reciprocate and you do something good back for them. Respecting your parents, respecting your peers, respecting your teachers, and respecting people who are in authority. And then things like maybe committing to everything that you need to do, being responsible, carrying out your responsibilities and not making excuses. Those are values and those are norms. Being friendly, being kind, being humble, being outgoing, persevering, not giving up. Those are things that build you up spiritually, and those things can help you to contribute towards your health and your well-being. So because the things that you believe in, the values and the norms that you hold do affect your actions. So values and norms and being spiritual can help direct you to, and can help you to fulfill your purpose and to fulfill your destiny in life. So keeping the balance through healthy lifestyle choices. You should eat correctly, a well-balanced diet that will that will nourish your body with the required vitamins, nutrients, and minerals to stay healthy. Exercise regularly and ensure that you get enough rest and sleep. So these are things that we have already spoken about in the past few slides: exercising, eating correctly, and here's added getting rest and enough sleep. So not staying up the whole night watching series and being on social media. Make sure that you get enough time to rest and you get enough time to study, so you don't have to stay up on social media and watching movies or playing games. You need to make sure that you get enough rest. Psychologically, dream and visualize your future. See yourself achieving your goals and being successful. So you can help yourself by being positive. If you want to be a doctor, then you can see yourself wearing your coat. Imagine yourself being at a surgery. So another thing that can help you is getting a mentor and being a mentee. So if you have a dream of being an engineer, then hook up with someone who's already in the field of engineering and let them walk your journey with you. So they'll go through the journey with you. You go, maybe during the school holidays, you'll go with them to work. They'll show you around. They'll show you what it entails. And then you can also get to see whether you really want to do that or you really want to take that as your career and study towards it. Sometimes when you have a mentor and you check what they do and you keep up with them, then you can really see that maybe you really don't like what they're doing and you would want to do something else. So it's just about being positive. See your future, write your goals down, put pictures on the wall. I have maybe a cardboard or maybe a piece of board where I stick words, positive words and positive pictures and positive confessions that I make every now and then. And you do want to make some positive confessions every day, maybe looking at yourself in the mirror. So something to lift your spirit up and something to keep you positive, just to give you positive energy so that your mind is not just negative the whole time. And then socially, find friends that are positive, that motivate you, and that you have common interests with. So you cannot hang around with people that don't have direction or are not going in the same direction that you are. So find people that you're compatible with. If you want to be a lawyer, find other people that want to be lawyers or who are interested in going into that field. If you want to go into medicine, find people who are interested in health. If you love sports, find people who are also doing well in terms of sports and just interact with them, be around them. You're all going in the same direction. So they will help you on your journey, you'll motivate each other. And then again, take care of your family and speak to your family and speak to your friends. Be open with them. Don't be secretive. Don't keep things to yourself. Share and you will get help. I think your family has your best interest right now as a learner. So you don't want to keep things away from them. Socially, your family does come first. So, and it does come before your friends or anybody else that you meet outside. So do find positive people and also the mentors that I mentioned. You can also connect a lot with people who are already in the field where you're going or are already doing well, and make them your friends, and it will be better. They'll help you to get where you're going. So for emotional health, use meditation and relaxation techniques to manage the way you allow things to make you stress. So things like yoga and meditation help you to calm down and they help you to learn how to deal with your emotional health. Things like playing sports to help you with your emotional health because you learn how to deal with people basically. Sports teaches you how to work in teams, how to listen to instructions, how to take losses. Like some games you lose, some games you win, some games you draw. So you learn the nature of life basically, that you don't always win, that sometimes you do lose. So these are stories of champions. So basically, you do things like relaxation techniques, and maybe you can go out to get a massage, go out and take time to sit out on your own, listen to music quietly, and try not to always be cluttered and always be around people. If you want to take time out and sit in your bedroom and just read a book, you can do so, and feed yourself with positive information, feed yourself with positivity, listen to good radio shows, listen to good positive music that doesn't cuss, and read positive books, motivational books, books that lead you where you want to go. For instance, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you read on business books, and yes, that should contribute to your positively towards your emotional health. So your activity is that you name and explain what the characteristics of a healthy and balanced lifestyle are. So I think there are 5, so you are going to name them and explain them for you. So you can just do your exercise at home, and then I put up a link here for you. It's all about living healthily and living a balanced lifestyle. So, amen. Thank you for joining me for today's lesson. Please join me on Tuesday. Tomorrow's weekend, and then Monday is a public holiday, so there won't be any class. So I'll see you on Tuesday, where we will be covering, we'll still be on chapter 10, and we will be doing unit 2 of chapter 10. So for more information, contact Africa Teen Geeks. And you can also follow Africa Teen Geeks on all social media platforms. And also what you can do is you can still email me. I did give you my email address, litika@yahoo.com. That is where you can email me. And then you can speak to me right there with regards to anything LO or LO related. Thank you very much. It has been a good lesson, and see you on Tuesday.